Okay. I don't know why I was having so much trouble starting this. Jesus. So I left my hair a little while. This is what it looks like. I haven't done anything to myself, but I'm getting ready because I just realized too, because I was talking about work before in my first video and getting a job, and then I got the job, that I was, so I was like, man, you obviously kind of still know what you're talking about, brother. Not that it's not like, I hate to say it, but it's not my dream job. It's not that, but like at least, I, my parents taught me some skill sets. I've learned some skill sets, so that's a good thing. And hey, if EJ ever sees this is my friend who, because I'm a stand-up comedian. She does stand-up. Emily James. I'm wearing her shirt, EJ, for her show. So I'm wearing you today. Give a little plug out to her, or if you follow her, she's amazing. She does this show called Wake Up Becky that I've been a part of, which is all during the movement with Black Lives Matter and the marches, and she really got her whole part in this thing called racism, and so she did Wake Up Becky, which I just like. Amazing, amazing. Um, I wanted to talk today because something came up. So one of my best, dearest friends, she's Jewish, and not that that's a thing. She's Jewish, but when we met, we worked at this restaurant, and it was one of the most oppressive places that I have ever worked for. And so I called it the plantation. That was my thing. It's the plantation. And so, I would, before we were like good friends, I'd walk up to her and I'd be like, girl, oh, this is the plantation. I am on the ship. And she was like, you're on the ship. She'd be like, what do you mean you're on the ship? Like, what ship? And I said, it's a plantation, girl. I'm on the slave ship. And she was like, Shang, I'm Jewish, so I don't know. And I said, well, okay, well then, you know about the train, right? And you know where that's going. And she was like, oh. And she was like, oh, okay. And so we come to work, and I'd be like, I'm on the ship. And she'd be like, I'm on the train. And we was like, and that. It sounds morbid in one sense, but that's the way that we were able to really connect, like something so tragic in our history that we could use to come together because we identified with not only just the tragedy of it, but the effects that it had on us, including working for this oppressive place, which, okay, we were getting paid, but we were still being treated uh, less than or devalued, if I should say. So the only reason I'm bringing that up now, I mean, that's in my history with her. And you could either laugh or be like, oh, I'm offended. It's fine. But the only reason I bring that up is that it's amazing how much we keep trying to find things to divide us, or how much people say things to us to keep us divided. So she's Jewish, I'm black. We're all aware, or maybe not aware, that there's like a whole rift sometimes in our community between blacks and between Jewish communities. Not everybody's like that. I'm certainly not like that. But you hear it, and yet we all have these like commonalities. These I hope that's a word, because I'd be mixing up words. But we all have these things that we have in common with each other. And these things that we can unite on, and these things that we can come together on. And so it's sad to see that. I'm really on. That's like, I have a few people that I call like my best friends, and that's one of those relationships that I'm the most proud of. We've united about God, about the way in which people are treated. We've talked about LGBTQ issues. Like, there's nothing on the table that we haven't spoken about. We stand up for each other. I'm going to give a shout out to another friend of mine, Roz Cohn, who also happens to be Jewish, but Roz Cohn, and and her posts right now are all about people's rights being taken away. What's happening currently now in the country. It's nice and she didn't come to that after Trump came into power. She has been on that journey all along the way. And I love seeing that. I love seeing people being able to distinguish and come together and not keeping ourselves separate. It's sad. we can have different viewpoints. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I think that what sometimes we fail to realize is that in this particular election, in this particular administration, there were lines that were like drawn. I think, you know, the problems that we've had in our country, I'm hesitating because I don't want to get like all into it, but the problems that we've had in our country, you know, especially in terms of race, especially in terms of, I don't even want to get into LGBTQ issues because we could just start with the racial issues, and all of those things have, um, how do I want to say that, have always been there. They're never not there, but we mask them with these other things. That's so great because my dad's from the South, and let me tell you, like I may have said this another, in the South they tell you how they feel. It's clear, you ain't got to know when you get off the plane and they give you that look, or you know, or you hear gunshots outside while you're in the store, you know it's time to leave. I mean, there are things that are like evident when you know, oh, they do not like me because of this. So, but here, you know, and I live in California, you know, here it's very like, no, 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 no. Oh, we don't, oh, no, 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 no. But you see who came into power. Who ran on the whole thing of racism, which I'm like, oh gosh. So I hope this don't put me on her radar, good Lord, because I don't want to deal with this woman. But I'm loving also one of the people who was part of this whole separation or this whole agenda around, you know, this new political power coming in, or this new political folks coming into power. One of those people told me that that they loved black folks, and that, and then they spoke about Candace Owens. Oh, there's my phone. No, I don't want to answer that call. No, not now. No, no, no. I'm taping. Oh my God, can you guys hear that? That's so tacky, right? I'm like, no, 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 no. Anyway, I think that's gonna stop soon. That's so awful. I'm leaving that in there because that's just what I do. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna leave that in there because life is happening. So as I was saying, Candace Owens, she she's you know, she listen. Now the one thing I say about the Jewish community is they are organized. Like I'm wanting that for the black community, like us to be organized like that. Like, you know, when you come again, they like we are not messing with you. So they ain't messing with Candace, right? And so now she's trying to act like she's part of, like, the one thing about our community, which is really true, is that when you F with us as a whole, like as a community, when you go against us for the white folks, or some, like, especially, you know, the American racist white folks, and you're going against your community for that, and then you try to come back around, we are not inviting you back in. We are clear that you have sold us out. Like, it is a clear no. It's not even a, like, it would be like sacrilegious for you to ever suggest that, hey, grandma, you know, Candace Owens, she got left out, and so she wants to come back. They're like, no, she ain't coming up in this house. You have got to be kidding me. And the fact that she thinks that she can just waltz back in, or now she's trying to say that the media has turned the black community against her. And we're like, no, it was you. Like, it is the things that you said. It is the way that you presented yourself. They literally took this very well educated, really, like, you know, she's very articulate, and I'm not saying that like we're not, but she represented those things that they wanted, so that when she presented and said these things out of her mouth, it was like, but this is an educated, articulate black woman, so these have got, and she's saying them, so you can see that we're not being prejudiced. She's saying these things. It is the most, should I say, egregious and most ridiculous thing, and then you want to come back? you can't come back, ma'am. Like, come on. As I talk about us coming together, I'm like, you can't come back. That's so bad, right? See, that's how human I am. It's like for her, it's like that just can't. I mean, not when you have gone and tried to. Um, you've strengthened those things that have been separating us, and you came and did the exact thing, and you're from within the house. It's like, man. Now I'm gonna say this because I want to end on this note, and I probably go further like in another video. But I'm like, listen, there are power in numbers. Just numbers. If you think about this, we can't do this alone. Like the Black community can't do this alone. The Latin community can't do this alone. The women community can't do this alone. The LGBTQ community can't do this alone. But together we can. Now that's real. And if you stop listening to someone trying to point one group out and what, this group wants this and it's going to go against you, it's not, it's going to serve you. It's crazy. It's crazy because I said in the last video, the civil rights uh, law served so many different groups, and people didn't realize that because they were listening to, oh, it's just for Black people. Obamacare, which is the greatest thing. They started saying Obamacare, and they didn't realize that it was the oh my God, why can't I think of this name now? The Affordable Care Act. Oh, there it is. The Affordable Care Act, which was the same thing, and they thought Obamacare was just for those minorities, just for those colored folks. It's like, man, stop listening to these people who keep trying to divide you. They don't have your best interests at heart. But if we all collectively work together for the betterment of humanity and each person's interests, we would be so powerful as a group. And that's why they keep us divided, baby. They keep us divided because they know that if we come together, we have the numbers. Now, this is probably going to fall on deaf ears, and people are going to be like, Shang, oh, please, Shang. So, whatever. But that was on my spirit because I got to go get ready for work. But, I'm going to hit y'all up tomorrow on my video diary. Love y'all. Peace. And I want to say something really powerful. You know what? Today, be in gratitude. Be in gratitude. Because, like I said, God is in control. God is in control. That's what I want to say. God is in control, and just be in gratitude. Be in gratitude for being in this space and time, and know that this is not going to be forever. Again, like I said, the people, go and get your lives together. Go and get yourself set up so that none of these things will affect you in that way ever again. They won't, because you will have your life set up in such a way that it's like whatever these folks are going to do, they're going to do. God's got you. That's what I'm going to leave y'all with. All right, bye.